Welcome to part 3 of the video. In this, we would be deliberating on a very important person who plays a significant role in the benchmark regulation. And the name of that person is none other than contributor. Now, who the hell are contributors? Contributors are those people, those who give their inputs in terms of benchmark valuation. Now, let me go to this book. This book practically talking about the fix. But do you know that in this book, till page number 40, in this book, till page number 40, the name of the original contributors or the list of the banks who were asked to contribute in the LIBOR is not given. I repeat, till page number 40, the name of the banks at that point of time, 2003, 2004 onwards, who were contributing on a daily basis in LIBOR computation is not there. So let me tell you another in a very simplistic way. Bench contributors are nothing but banks. Rather, I'm again incorrect. They are nothing but the big banks because there is a difference between bank and big bank. So, when we speak about a big bank, they are heavyweights. Heavyweights, or in my parlance, they are those who can easily influence anything. And history is a witness that Goldman, JP, Citi, Standard Chartered, UBS, Credit Suisse, Barclays, Morgan Stanley, Nomura, you name them and they are into all forms of scandal. They have paid huge amount of money. So let me read something for you. Here it is. By summer of 2012, the LIBOR was the front news. In June, which means June 2012, Barclays became the first bank to reach a settlement with the authorities around the world, admitting the rigging of the rate and agreeing to pay near about $355 million. $355 million. Barclays bore the worst, but it wasn't alone. Swiss lender UBS, which is United Bank of Switzerland, settled with the authorities in December, which means December 2012, followed quickly by the taxpayer-owned RBS, Royal Bank of Scotland, Dutch Bank, the basically the Rabo Bank, followed by the interdealer broker called ICAP and RP Martin. So the list is endless. We have one MDB scandal, we have various fines paid by JP Morgan. So I can't explain everyone. Now, since the contribution is made up by the big banks, the level of authorization, in my parlance, the level of authorization is very high. And this level of authorization is so high that if they tweak, I repeat, if they tweak their valuation by 1 bips, I repeat, 1 bips, which is the smallest tick we have in the world of finance, 1 bips, then the P&L of the various traders move by billions. Now, this is called a conflict of interest. I can't explain more about this because this is subject to consultancy, but now let me give you a very simplistic example of the life of the contributor. There are two persons. Say Shah Rukh Khan. Shah Rukh Khan doesn't mean the Bollywood Shah Rukh Khan. I just take a hypothetical name. Shah Rukh Khan and Rahul Magan. Shah Rukh Khan sitting at the beach, enjoying the beach. For him, sea is a great place. The waves are coming slowly, slowly. The wind is coming, there are girls, we can see the wine, the beer, the drinks, the childrens are playing cricket matches on the beach or whatever. A beach is a very happening place. But Rahul Magan belonged to Discovery Channel. He went inside the sea, deep diver swimmer, do the discovery, facing the shark, facing the ocean current in technical parlance, facing the depth of the sea, having huge equipments on his shoulders. Life is always at risk. God knows you will come at the surface or you might not come at the surface. To him, sea is the most dangerous place to be. Now, who is correct? Shah Rukh Khan, who is standing at the beach, sitting at the beach, enjoying, or Rahul Magan? Very difficult to differentiate because both are correct. Shah Rukh Khan is correct at his place, Rahul Magan is correct at his place. The reason, Shah Rukh Khan has nothing to do with the shark, he has nothing to do with the discovery, he has nothing to do with the ocean, he is enjoying at the beach. Similarly, a contributor never face, I repeat, never face plain market. Now by contributor I means me, who is deep diving into the sea. A contributor always face the choppy markets because he is not contributing to one regulation. He is contributing to millions of regulations. And one bips here and there can swing the P&L of the various banks, his own bank, by millions of dollars. Cumulatively, one bips by him or her can swing the P&L by billions of dollars. That's a very important point. So he always faced the choppy market, and that's a very difficult thing for him. He facing the political pressure, the pressure from the peers, the pressure from the bank himself that you need to contribute this. But having said that, that's a more important point. Contributor needs to integrate with two setups. Number one is the treasury setup. Number two is the cash market setup. Now, when it comes to the treasury setup, every bank holds the treasury function. Like if we speak about Goldman, who is practically, I would say, dealing with almost all countries of the globe, except one or two, which are where business is practically not possible. We cannot have a one person who handles the treasury function. Their treasury function is very big. After all, their asset base is huge. So a contributor who is contributing on behalf of Goldman Sachs, come on guys, he needs to handle with the multiple treasury functions. The US treasury function, the European treasury function, the Asian treasury function, Singapore treasury function, Southeast Asian treasury function, Latin America treasury function, and he need to take the consensus opinion and then give the valuation. But let's take a simplistic example. We say, oh my God, this is what the Goldman is as we speak. But is that easy? Isn't. It's not about Goldman. Many a times the bank own P&L depend upon that contribution, which is highlighted in this book. And being a treasury person, I completely understand that. And I would deliberate more into this. Henceforth, one important thing which I would like to highlight and which is completely missed in this book, Bloomberg, that the contributors should be independent. They cannot have a conflict of interest. Because if they hold a conflict of interest while contributing their rates, not a single benchmark regulation in the world can be cracked. And history is a witness that the world saw scandals in currencies, credit derivatives, almost every asset class. And the height of stupidity prevails when we are not sure, even in 2022, that the contributor belonged to the front office or middle office. We are not sure about that. As we speak, we are in 2022, February, second month. But still, there is no guidelines that contributor needs to be from middle office. And that's the best part of life. And this is completely missed in this book. So when it comes to the benchmark regulation, we need to understand the role and life of the contributor, who plays a very important role in benchmarks. But unfortunately, he is an unsung hero. Now, in English, the unsung hero means he is a person who is politically, whose role, efforts, credentials are ignored as always. And not to mention, he is politically pressurized, he's pressurized from the peers, his own management, and sometimes the interbank desk. This is part 3 of the video. The last is the part 4 on the way. Bloomberg. Have a great time ahead.